Hey, this is Sebastian from the Metal Gods Meltdown, and today I am joined by
Dario Lorina from Black Label Society and Doc Chapel.
your amazing album, Spirit in the Glass, is phenomenal. I think it's one of the albums of the year already, yeah? How
Oh,
exciting.
wow, man. Wow, man, that means a lot. Yeah, no, we worked hard at it, and yeah, I'm psyched about it.
Yeah, you're really excited about release date then, yeah?
Yeah, definitely coming up next week.
Glass Heart and Hollow Smile have been out already. How pleasing is it for you to see the amount of views and the amount of amazing comments you've gotten?
Yeah, I'm just psyched to be sharing this music. I've been working on it for a while, and there's 10 songs in this album, so it was really hard to pick which one should come out first, but I just picked one and went with it, and that was Glass Heart. So yeah, I'm psyched about the whole thing.
Awesome. I've been really taking in with Dead Weight. I'm not going to give too much away about it, obviously, but it's got such a different vibe, and that would make an amazing single as well.
Yeah, Dead Weight's one of my favorites. I would have, it's like I could have come out with that one first, and it would have been like way out of left field because there's no guitar playing. It's just all piano, and it's piano and intimate vocal, and that's one of my favorite songs. And just personally, it means a lot to me. And I had that song for a while, just piece of music that I was playing on the piano. Yeah, so I'm glad I was able to include it on this album, and yeah, it's one of my favorites also.
Cool. And of course, all the songs will be your babies, but which is your favorite today and why?
Yeah, exactly. Every day it changes. Like Afterglow I love because it's that straightforward driving rock song. And it's maybe one of my favorite solos, guitar solos on the album. And then you have like an opposite of that, which would be like Bullet in Our Chamber, which is the last song on the album, which has like its complete own vibe. So every day it's different, but those two are standouts along with Dead Weight.
Can you give us a little bit of insight into the album cover as well? I mean, it's the whole package, everything there, isn't it? So can you give us a little bit of idea about that?
Yeah, so the album cover was, the album title, Spirit in the Glass, is actually the second, it's the first lyric of the second verse of the song All That Remains, which is on the album. And I just liked how that phrase, like the imagery that phrase kind of creates. So as I was trying to come up with like an idea for the album cover, Spirit in the Glass, I feel like that's kind of a cool representation of this dark, ominous vibe, and the artist who created it just, knocked it out of the park. So, yeah, it's like I just think of it as an amulet that's like magnifying the sky, spirits in its own kind of, almost like H.P. Lovecraft kind of world set in. So, yeah.
Awesome. What about plans for touring, and are there hopes that you might be able to get over the pond and get into Europe, even to the UK?
Yeah, I'm definitely working on getting over there. But we just did our first two shows as Doc Chapel as a band, which was opening up for Zakk's Black Sabbath cover band, Zakk Sabbath. So we did that a few weeks ago. And we have our album release show coming up here March 1st in Vegas at Vamped, Counts Vamped, awesome rock club here in Vegas. We have comedian Don Jameson opening, so that's going to be a good time. And then from there, we're just working on a ton of stuff. Doc Chapel's just getting going, but we're looking forward to all to come. But we're definitely trying to get over to Europe for sure.
Yeah, man, I meant to ask you about Don because I interviewed him just as we were going into the first lockdown, and he was so funny, such a character, man. He's amazing, isn't he?
Oh, yeah, he's awesome.
Absolutely class. All right. So talking about Zakk then, briefly, when you first met him, were you like starstruck, or did you just like click?
I think it was a click. I mean, I definitely looked up to him as a player as I was coming up, and I was just starting playing guitar. So he was a huge influence on me. Loved everything that he had done. So, but yeah, I think it was a pretty smooth click.
Cool. So when he's been playing Zakk Sabbath, have you joined him on the stage for any of the songs?
No, Doc Chapel was just opening.
When you're out on tour, who's got the most annoying habit then?
I don't know. Everybody meshes pretty well. There's a lot of guys on one bus, but everybody does pretty well.
So what was the last song you listened to today?
What is the last? Well, I guess I was listening to Lord Humongous, which is Black Label's new single that just came out today. So I was checking that out again this morning after, recording it, and then we shot the video for it a few weeks ago, and I was just checking it out again this morning.
All right. And so, what's the most important thing for you right now?
Music, whatever that might entail, but that's music. And we have the new Black Label single out this morning. Dark Chapel Spirit in the Glass is coming out in a week on February 28th. But I'm focused on a lot of Dark Chapel stuff at the moment, getting that all going. And yeah, we're psyched about Dark Chapel coming out.
And of course, with Black Label, I hope to get over the UK as well.
Yeah, we have Milwaukee Metal Fest coming up in May. That'll be Black Label. And then, yeah, the new single just came out, and we'll be more Black Label stuff will be coming down the pipe. In my formative years of guitar playing, I would say like Van Halen 1 for sure. Metallica, the Black Album, because I was listening to a lot of that when I was a kid and I was first starting playing guitar. And then that third slot could be really anything. But like lately, I'm into so many different styles of music, and that could be from like Motown to like black metal and everything in between. But I do love this band Alcest that I was introduced to. They're awesome. I listen to a lot of Opeth. I think Damnation is what I've been listening to pretty frequently as of late. That third slot could go anywhere. I'll go back to Van Halen as a guitar player because that was like, I mean, I was a kid in the 90s discovering that. So that was like magic, as I'm sure it was when it was first in the 70s, 80s. But that was like magic coming through the speakers as a guitar player. It's like, if I'm going to play guitar, I want it to sound like that. I would maybe do the duo of like John Lennon, Paul McCartney, as far as like songwriting and incredible melodies and things like that. And third musician, Ray Charles, because I loved I listened to a lot of Ray Charles, and I loved piano and just his heartfelt blues and raw grit.
So what are the main 3 essentials to take on a tour with you?
Shoes to take a shower with. If you want to take a shower in some random spot, you can put shoes on to get in there. That maybe a pillow, your own pillow that can go into your bunk, that's comfortable, or that you can layer with another pillow that's already in there. So yeah, shower shoes, a pillow, and I like to bring a book because there's a lot of downtime, and that's what I like to occupy my time with is reading. So those 3 things.
That's really cool. What about 3 countries to take Dark Chapel on the road to, but like exotic countries?
Brazil would definitely Brazil. It's amazing down there. Love the people down there. Countries, I mean, Europe in a whole, but definitely love to get to the UK. And of course, just throughout the States, Canada. But yeah.
Which musician would you have with you in your car for a 24-hour road trip?
Oh man. Musician in the car for a 24-hour road trip. Well, I guess I wouldn't. I mean, we're going to be sitting next to each other in a car for a long period of time, so I guess I don't want anybody too off the rails. I'm going to say Van Halen, so then we can talk about guitar tone, and he can dissect what was going on in some of those albums maybe for me. Amazing.
Okay, if there was a made-up song about your personality, what would it be called?
The song would be called Quiet.
Okay. Cool. Do you prefer Jack Daniels or beer?
Beer. I do like whiskey a lot, but I would go with beer over Jack. I do love Crown, so I like Crown, but I would go with the beer over Jack.
What about playing festivals or a small intimate gig?
Both of those are amazing because they're completely 2 different feels. But there's nothing like a small, intimate, sweaty rock club, and music is loud, and you're right up close to everybody. That's an awesome feeling.
Do you prefer Ronnie James Dio or Ozzy Osbourne, Black Sabbath?
Man, that's like asking Hagar or Roth, but I love both. and I love both for Sabbath also because I loved like Holy Diver and all that first coming up. So the answer to that for me was both.
So again, I want to congratulate you on Spirit in the Glass. Will there be any more singles released, you think, or is that it now?
Yeah, we got another one coming out. There'll be another single, and I'm sure there'll be some more singles. But yeah, album in a week from now.
Exciting times, man. Absolutely. And it's a fantastic album. I mean, like listening to it loads at the gym. It's really good for working out too, actually. Honestly. Yeah. I love it.
Awesome. Yeah, I'd imagine like Afterglow and We Are Remade. Yeah, those are pumpers.
Absolutely, man. Well, again, I want to congratulate you on that. Do you have any final words for your fans, our viewers, and listeners?
Yeah, just darkchapelband.com, and you can get to all the social sites from there. We're Dark Chapel Band on all the social sites, and just sites for everybody to hear the album in full.